and international banking, and they moved up the ladder all right. They're in the club all right. And all these people have one thing in common: they don't care if they waste 3,000 people at the Twin Towers, or they have mass school shootings. They don't care what it is, just so they're in power and authority, and they can take your guns away and stick you in a cage, whatever. They exist to do harm. And there was just a little shred of conscience with George W. Bush when he said America's best days are ahead, knowing the plans he has to put a fork in it, knowing that he's planning on doing America in. Of course, he's got to be split a million ways, but they put him back together again. And then you got the young Bush coming up. I've seen the young Bushes who are on the same team. You can see they've been initiated, they've been indoctrinated, and they're willing to pick up the slack and do the same thing that their family did. I mean, these are not Republicans, okay? They're internationalists. They're opportunists. They're in South America. They're in Dubai. They're all over the place, but they're not loyal Americans. And I think most people know that by now. But I mean, I don't think you know the extent of the crimes. You can between the Clintons and the Bushes, and the Clintons are up there too. I mean, they're in the club as well. And the club consists of psychopathic criminals. And these people intend to do you and your family tremendous harm, if not extinction. Bill Gates was already handpicked when he was a kid. I remember at Harvard School. But I think he was the nerd that got picked on. He was maybe a couple of years younger than me, But I've always wondered if, this is the revenge of the nerds, the eugenics thing. I've always, I can't prove it, but my mind's pretty sharp, because I'm always working my brain, right? So I'm I haven't gone the way of a lot of my peers. I seem to remember Gates, because we called him Gates, right? That's what you do in school. I remember that much. No one called it Bill. Everyone called him Gates. So I just, it's a fleeting memory, but it is one of Gates must have been picked on, or he was hazed or whatever, and wouldn't it be a lovely revenge to at long last one day be able to put vaccines out there that would kill lots of people? The mainstream liars still talk about, if you have a vaccine problem, you're a vaccine denier. If you think, my thing is, well, then don't put poison in the vaccines. Just have a normal vaccine, and I'm all for it. But it's not a normal vaccine if you're putting cancer cells in it. So just stop doing that, and I'd be all for it. I wouldn't be a vaccine denier, would I? If you didn't taint it with something that is harmful to humans, I'm with you. And then people who complain about fluoride are tinfoil hatters. I'm like, if fluoride is one of the reasons people are so stupid. And I'm telling you, yes, I'm very smart. I can't even have a conversation for 2 minutes in any city in America. I mean, for that matter, the world, without running into this programmed block. This limitation of intellectual curiosity and ability to express through language ideas. The people have lost that ability. It's really sad. Is it the internet? Is it because of television? I don't know exactly. Or is it fluoride? Is it the environment? I mean, whatever it is, the New World Order Nazi final solution people have done a very good job on all levels using science and all kinds of nasty secret pollution things to really dumb down and do harm to the population in general. To the point where the Washington Post would say that, when they were talking about Alex Jones calling him a vaccine denier, And he talks about fluoride in the water. I mean, can you believe this pariah? When the things that the guy is mentioning, he shows he's so amazingly stupid, this guy who wrote it. It was the lead article last Saturday on, it was how fringe news goes mainstream. And it's like, it's not fringe news. I mean, if you're talking about InfoWars, they've already surpassed the Washington Post. It's just not even a contest anymore. The Washington Post is going out of business. So this was this last gasp of this liar, this intellectual buffoon, trying to complain about the tinfoil hats are taking over, like some loyal, last bastion of sanity is just trying to make a last plea while he's being thrown out of business. No, it's like the problem, Washington Post, is you don't know you don't do your homework. You don't report the truth. That's your problem. You couldn't even be honest about and they were going on and on about how Donald Trump he had the nerve to go on Alex Jones's show and actually do a Skype interview on, video, and they showed it. Like, can you believe how awful this is? I'm like, you don't get it. Shows like Alex and others are being courted by all the cable. He has a concept of 24-hour broadcasting of video, which can go on any cable network. And and already there's about 100 or now the terrestrial stations are growing. I mean, yes, I want to see them become bigger than Fox News, which is exactly what will happen if that keeps going. Because why? Because if I tune into the show and he's talking about the Bush family and the Bin Ladens and had the whole story, had all the proof and showed it all visually on video about the flying out of here, backing up Donald Trump, that's the only place I can go to get the actual truth. Did Krauthammer talk about it? No. Did the